We are 9 holes away from crowning a new major winner here at the 2024 College Disc Golf National Championships. Back at Rock Hill, South Carolina at the Winthrop Meadows course. Ace Run Productions bringing you this coverage once again in the booth. I am Felix.
And I'm Dillon. Is Liberty going to hold it down? Or are we going to get a push from our second and third place cards right here?
We're going to see 4 strokes separating first place from second place at the moment. Plenty of golf still left though, with some tricky holes. Some really tricky holes that you're going to see coming up.
Some long holes too. Emporia State caught fire there on the end of the front 9. See if they can keep that momentum going.
Yeah, we're going to start things off here on hole 10. This par 3 coming in at 149 feet. But it is an island hole there, as you can see the hay bales. A familiar sight at Winthrop if you're used to seeing hole 17 during USDGC. Framing this island hole here. Really, it's just right in front of you. Speed control, obviously a must land inside the island.
Yeah, they did this course a little nicer than hole 17 by actually providing a backdrop to where you don't slide out of bounds.
Yeah.
But this drop zone is not an easy putt. It's about circle's edge and coming straight at the out of bounds.
Emporia State riding 2 straight birdies right now. They still have the honors.
Oh my God, go in.
Ooh, that had the ace height.
Oh yeah, about 3 feet left and might would have caught it. Now you just got to get inbounds.
Oh, that's gonna drop and stick.
Oh,
and
yes.
It does. The hay bales come to the rescue.
Yes, they do. That's huge. You don't want to put those 3 birdies in a row you just had to waste by going out of bounds on a short hole like this.
Yeah, Liberty keeping it in bounds on their first drive.
Yeah, that seems to be the safe play. Just throw the baby hyzer and let it roll to the hay bales. It's a little more aggressive.
Oh, again, using the backstop.
Yep.
Hitting the brakes.
Should only be about a 10, 15 foot putt from there. Go.
Oh, just short.
I feel like throwing a forehand softer is harder than throwing a backhand softer.
Yeah, because you don't really see people utilize, like, you have a fan grip in backhand. There's a split grip in forehand that some people use to try to control speed a little more. Oof. But it's rare that you see it utilized by players.
And this is a scary putt coming up.
Yeah, OB is a couple of feet behind the basket.
Yeah, if Atlanta hadn't hit chains, I probably would have sailed long.
Oh, that one a little bit of a grip lock there. But they are still inside and have an easy look for the par. But they're going to lose a stroke to Clemson here, who is now 7 down.
Good energy for the Clemson card today. Shout out to those caddies. They were doing more than just keeping up and shutting up. They were giving disc selections and line advice and angles and everything you could ask for from a caddy.
Full service.
Wish I had one.
Liberty with another birdie, bringing them to 11 under par. Emporia State cleaning up for the par themselves.
Hole 11, par 3, 203 feet. This initial tight gap off the tee is the one you need to get through, and after that, you need to start finishing right down the hill to this soon-to-be coming up basket right there.
There it is.
It's pretty protected. So again, what's a common theme here is protected greens and placing your shot where it needs to be, and placing your shot where it needs to be instead of just sorry, that got me.
drone down. Forehand play here for Julia. A little short, getting caught up on the high cabbage.
Yeah, maybe a hyzer putt around that protected green, though.
See the mandatory there on the left, forcing you to take the right side of this fairway, either by forehand or backhand. There's a couple different options, but they're all pretty tight.
Yeah, that really wide left play isn't a super viable option if you ask me, but definitely necessary to have the Mando just in case.
Yeah.
Maybe it's more of an option for lefties.
I can see that, yeah. Ooh, righty gap.
Hyzer.
Ooh, little late kick there. truth here for Atlanta.
I think
Immediately
she
wants
likes
it
it.
left.
Oh.
Circle's
The
edge.
last one, but yeah, circle's edge. Still a look.
A little wide out of the hand there. Liberty, that last guardian tree, yeah. Plus she was up against another tree there. You can see how tight this is.
Yeah, it's always kind of a mental block when there's something in your swing or something blocking a few of the chain links.
Oh,
Good run there. Got a little bit of a rollout.
yeah. Let's see if Clemson can maybe shave a stroke here with a big putt. Noelle's had a strong putt all week. Yes. Circle 2 in the chains.
Taking one back. Let me get some momentum going here on the back nine. Spirits are still high. They don't feel out of it yet. And with that left side
Left
miss.
side, yeah. Yeah, if you're Clemson here, you got to still believe that you're in it. You're 3 strokes back. You've just made a big putt. That's a momentum change.
And you got to think about it. You're still tied with them for the round. 5 down.
Yeah.
And you just made a birdie where Liberty didn't. It's almost, you can start playing match play instead of worrying about going stroke for stroke.
Yeah. Alright, welcome back. We are on hole 12. This one a longer par 4 coming in at 579 feet. Relatively wide open after your tee shot. You just have to beat that gap and then play your shots either forehand or backhand. You're going to have viable options everywhere. A little bit of a slope here right to left. Something to keep in mind depending on if you're more comfortable with a high side putt or a low side putt coming into this green. The wind will also be a factor as to whether or not you have a headwind or a tailwind putt.
Yeah, these two initial gaps don't seem like much, but those 2 trees in the middle can really get in the player's head.
Big forehand here.
Yeah, that was pretty crushed. You know, clean. That was super flippy. It got up really fast. Staying out of that left side tree bunker that's up the fairway.
I love a good hyzer flip. I just love watching her disc fly.
Oh, hyzer flip is the prettiest shot in disc golf, I think.
Yeah. Julia getting it out there.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. There's really no bad spot to be on this hole as long as you get out of the gap.
Is it going to have enough height to finish back over? A little bit left side. I would assume that they're going to take Julia's. She's going to have a little bit of a cleaner line to the basket.
Yeah, just a little closer as well.
This one fading out a bit too, but that's just fine there. Look like a grace. And Maya opting for that right side.
Everybody kind of following suit here. Going down to that left side of the fairway. Gravity taking these discs. This is a deceptively long approach shot. Kind of playing uphill.
A little more angle than I think she would have liked there. The flag didn't quite indicate a strong right to left, but that got pushed pretty quickly out of her hand. Oh, now it's moving right to left, so...
great shot there. Clutch to make up for a slight mishap from your partner.
Julia with a standstill backhand. Nice and wide.
Playing for the wind. Into the circle. Great shot.
Should be low side. The low side will be a headwind putt. I like this a lot.
Up perfectly. Didn't expose the underside of the disc to that wind.
That's fantastic. Now you have a little bit of a flatter putt with the tailwind behind you. A little more comforting to have to execute that type of putt.
Yeah, definitely want that tailwind instead of a headwind.
A little long outside the circle there by Atlanta with that verdict.
I'll have that same tailwind putt coming up.
That angle looks good. Just needs to get a little bit of finish towards the pin, and it does just that.
Options, options, options.
Okay.
Ooh, sneaking it in there.
What are you talking about? She planned it the whole way. Jumped right in. She's had a couple of those this week.
She has. That kind of puts the pressure on, even though it's not a super long putt here coming up for Liberty. Just the fact that you see your opponent, your closest opponent, in for birdie.
No pressure for Maggie Presley. She's been making them all week, continues to do so.
No bother for her. I didn't even see any flips on that one. All right, hole 13, par 4, 444 feet. Tight gap to get through from the tee shot. Wide open though once you do get out towards the left. This tree line on the right can be skipped through early, but this is the gap you really want to try to get to. It's tough to get left enough through that gap to get into the circle for a clean look at birdie or par.
Yeah, this hole is a tale of two gaps. And neither one of them are easy to mitigate. Navigate. You want to mitigate errors and navigate correctly.
And that was a really good shot. Forehand is tough if you don't keep it hugging that tree line to try and get it to the other side off the tee shot. The backhand to push you out to the left and opens up maybe a flex shot or turnover into that intended gap a little bit better.
Just gives you more options.
Yeah.
But you also want to do whatever's most comfortable for you to hit a gap. You talked about earlier in the other round that you feel more comfortable hitting a gap with a forehand.
Yep, and I played this hole and still didn't hit it, so mine actually looked just like that.
Hits the gap, gets a little bit of a friendly cut roll back out.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. I think par on this hole is something each of these teams can be happy with.
I'd sign up for it right now.
Me too.
Ooh, Atlanta trying to go up and over.
Not quite getting all the way around. I think that got stuck up in there.
It did get stuck up in there, and that's a disc that she likes, so she's upset about that one.
I'm sure we've got a few extension poles in the card, right?
We do, yeah. I believe Liberty was able to get that out for her. That one trickles down just ahead of Atlanta's shot.
Julia trying to push the hyzer through there. Looks like it got held up though.
Whoa, that's a lot of turn.
If there's any shot that I think was going to get there on a forehand, it would have been a Maggie Heat. Maybe something a little late flip, low driven, just not executed quite right.
Well, taking the wider line, and it's going to be caught up in those trees there, but they should have a couple different alleys to try to punch one up to the actual pin.
Pretty good result for the spot they're in. It's really tough to push all the way through the gap.
Roller?
You were trying.
Would have been.
That's a pretty smart play.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. You could almost just like pitch up out of the off your tee shot and then just throw the roller to get under those trees.
Good little forward skip there.
Coming up a little short. Circle's edge putt coming up.
Yeah, that one even shorter, so they'll be taking Maggie Presley's shot.
Maybe a little lackadaisical there.
A little short there as well for Emporia. But looks like Maya to the rescue.
Yeah, making up for it. Some more tap-ins.
Oh, speaking of tapping, that one taps the koozie.
And not too far away, just no look at the chains. You just have to lay up and take your tap in.
Maggie. Oh, that's the second one we've seen in the last couple days. That same like spit.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought that was in. I thought that was dropping in.
And that's not on the putts, that's on the approach shot there.
Yeah. Ah, they call it gladiator putt. We call it battle putt where I'm from, so I've never heard gladiator putt when you all putt at the same time. Let us know in the comments what you guys call it. Alright, we come to hole 14. This par 3, 278 feet. One that you saw during the final 9. Framed up gap on the left and right hand side. Pretty simple shot here. Just need to navigate up this green or up this fairway here, and then the green kind of slightly slopes away towards the end here. So you want to have some speed control coming in towards the back end. Go too far, you could end up in those back tree bunkers and not have a look for the actual birdie.
Yeah, you really like to come in flat. Any type of catching edge here on the green is prone to rolling away.
I always think she's gonna fall.
Right.
On her foot. Like she commits so much to it. It looks like she like almost wipes out.
That was so driven. I love a nice forehand disc that you can pound flat and it'll stay flat until it starts to fade. Every bag needs that.
Oh, that was a couple of inches away from hovering its way all the way to the pin. Big deep breath here for Atlanta. With the turnover, I loved the line out of her hands, but just gets clipped down early with that branch.
Yeah, any sort of shrubbery hit will just take all the speed off a disc.
Yeah, all these trees are thick too. There's just no getting through them. These are not those 90% air trees that everybody talks about.
It didn't turn.
Yeah, I'd like to see the foundation guys get through these.
Yeah. A little early left out of the hand for Liberty, and Maggie going with the forehand a little high, but pushes forward.
Yeah, flirting with the ceiling there, but gets to about circle's edge, maybe a little outside.
Long approach. Nicely done.
Yep, good touch to not let it keep rolling down there.
Oh, that just fell out of her hand.
Yeah.
Maggie here. Trying to get this birdie home.
You know, this is big time. Oh, she took a lot of extra time on that one.
She knows the implications. We're getting near the end here. And it's down to 2 strokes.
Yeah, definitely just a 2-horse race at this point and nipping at the heels.
Ooh, that could have cut it to 1 here. Let's see. Missoury with a chance to slash this to a 1-stroke advantage. Get down. Oh man, that's a big missed opportunity there.
Yeah, you want to capitalize when your opponent's out of position like that. Liberty
can breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief here as they're going to continue to carry a 2-stroke advantage with just 4 holes left to play. Oh, she almost got me.
Hole 15, par 3, 121 feet. Love it or hate it, this hole is back. You saw it on our final 9. The drone taking the only flight it could through the right side as the main gap for the flick roller play, it wouldn't fit through. So you gotta go around here. I think the only shot for birdie is a flick roller, either through the middle or out to this right side. You'll see players opting for the backhand to just take the par.
I've heard of at least one ace happening this week on this hole.
I heard that too.
With the roller.
I think he took the main gap, the
Yeah.
little V tree with the mandatory on it.
Yep. See a roller there from Missoury that finishes out left. Her partner going with the wide hyzer. Just making sure that they have a look to be able to get up and down for par.
Yeah, this is definitely a conceding for par play unless you throw it in or roll it in or slide it in. The buried basket is still here.
Mm-hmm. A couple of hyzers coming out the right side, and these are, like you're talking about, just playing it for par.
Yeah, you really don't even want to get pin high on this short hole because if you are, it's jail. You want to either be short or long just to open up your approach.
Yeah. So Clemson's going to be up first, so
Yep, pin high.
trying to punch through this wall.
It's really all you can do.
She's going to go check it out to make sure she's safe so that her partner can give it a run, and she filters through and came close.
This is really the angle you want to try to attack this approach shot from, trying to get a little flick forehand in there.
Yeah, you can bounce one in.
Yeah, or just slide it right up.
Oh, almost.
You know, it was just extra dirty that they gave the mound up to the
Yeah.
up to the top of the cage there. You can't even slide anything in.
I think they're encouraging the roller aces. Clearly the play. This is a similar upshot to what we saw Atlanta deal with during the final 9. This time she gets it much closer. You can see her white disc there on the actual ramp.
Yep, she still didn't opt for the forehand, but when it works, when you put it that close, who am I to say any different?
And that one bouncing in off the wood and into the basket. An interesting way to get a par.
Was it a good putt or a bad putt? The world may never know.
Couple of drop-ins here, and Emporia State will do the same, as we're going to have 3 pars on this hole.
Yeah, I don't see many people taking birdie on this hole.
Yeah. On to hole 16, 231-foot par 3. It's got some teeth, though. Your tee shot here has to navigate this fairway, and then as you get closer and closer to the basket, gravity is going to want to pull your disc away more and more. As you're going to see the rollaway potential here. This green is on the actual slant, and the hillside will absolutely drain away from the basket if you're not careful, so speed control is everything on this one.
Yeah, you really want to land short to keep yourself on that same elevation as the basket, but that makes for a really scary putt.
Beautiful line here, just needs to check up, and it sails over that crest. And that's going to be about a 38, 40 footer coming back uphill.
It'll probably play farther than that, though.
Yeah. Missoury with the forehand, and that one gets kind of tilted over a bit in the wind.
Yeah, maybe about circle's edge, but on that parallel footing with the basket, worth taking a look between the two of them.
That looks pretty good. We'll see if she got the bump and run off at the top of the hill there. Whoa, off the base with the passion.
That's how you draw it up. No need to worry about a scary putt when you can do that. Fade some.
That had the height of an ace run. Going to be down there by Noelle's disc. This one getting out to the right. Lifting. Oh, they're going to have some scary looks coming back up here.
Yeah, this was a hole you would have liked to try and park.
Okay. Par secured. That gives Julia the freedom to really try to run this here.
Yeah, you don't want to leave this short. You really just got to give it the chance to go in.
And Clemson much closer.
They've got options as well. They can play from that high spot or the low.
Yeah. They've chosen the high spot here. So once again, a chance to cut this to one stroke. It sails right.
I was honestly a little surprised by the decision to take the high putt. It just feels like a lot could go wrong with that. Seems like from the low one you could get 2 runs at it with no real danger.
Well, the only danger is if you hit metal and you get a roll away back, and then your partner may be forced to lay up at that point. I can kind of see the logic, but...
Yeah, but from down low, you can airball and stay close. Or if you're up high, airball, you're 50 long. All right, you've seen it before. Hole 17. Par 4, 676 feet. And you just want to throw bombs on this hole. You want to get your full flight out of whatever your favorite, most trusted distance driver is, and then throw it again. And hopefully that'll have you in a good spot for a simple, 100-foot or so approach shot, maybe even a long jump putt for an eagle if you have good power.
There's that white disc again. And she's been throwing. This one's turned over a bit, though, carrying a long way, but in the wrong direction. Little nose up, but it's in the middle.
Maya and Atlanta in different area codes here.
Yeah.
What can Clemson make happen? They're 2 back with 2 to go.
They've missed 2 big putts, too. This could easily be a tie game.
Yeah. You even had the better round.
Mm-hmm. Good drive there for Missoury, giving the green light for Noelle here. The chalk flying off her hand. This looks beautiful.
Snap. Wow.
Outstanding drive. Right in the middle. Plenty of distance.
Really like that flight, that nice subtle fade at the end.
Julia cranking over a little bit on that one. That'll be just fine. Shouldn't be too much trouble getting up and down from there.
Yeah, I can't tell what the wind is right now. I'm wondering if it's a left to right that might have held it over.
This one on the left side of the fairway, so they will also have options. Emporia State opting for Maya's drive. The same white disc here. This looks to be turned over, but I'm going to have enough time to finish back over.
Yep, got the full flight. That's all you're looking for, really.
Just want to bite off as much distance as you can on these first 2 shots.
Yeah, as long as you stay within this original ball golf fairway, you're not in any real trouble.
It's very much a gettable par 5, and we saw a couple of birdies throughout the week on this.
Nice driven shot there. Kind of over towards Atlanta's shot, landed up.
Going with the forehand full flexor.
Yeah, I think just rolled over on that one a little bit.
Let's see if Clemson can put some pressure on. A little low, but again in the middle. Oh, Ooh, that got out early out of her hands. Third shot coming up here for Emporia.
The pure.
In
Very
the circle.
nice. About 20 feet or so.
I like the line on this.
Yeah, great shot.
Closer.
Somebody's closer.
Love it, Maya. Thank you. Great. Thanks.
They love it.
I love it too.
Everybody was encouraging everybody.
It's so much fun.
They just liked watching good disc golf.
Yeah. A little bit of a skippy skip left. Should be okay there.
And you got to really get aggressive on this one if you want to make something happen.
Ooh. That little stump helped check it up.
Yep.
Inside the circle.
That was really the best chance. Almost needed their own holy shot from there.
Yeah. That's not a gimme.
Certainly still possible to have a two-stroke swing on the final hole. Definitely a one-stroke swing.
Liberty needs to put this close.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Julia in the bullseye on 17.
Probably the most important shot of the day and pulled out her most trusted disc in the bag for it. Great decision.
Noelle.
She was ready to run it in.
Oh my gosh. Man. What a fight, though, for Clemson all around long. Great birdie there for Emporia State. Played that hole clean.
Battle to the end. And that just about seals it. I mean, 3 strokes with 1 hole remaining.
Yeah,
Think it started to settle in yet?
I would say so.
Where talent meets passion and competition meets camaraderie. This is college disc golf. Join us, sharpen your skills, and forge friendships. And maybe, just maybe, become a legend. Your journey starts here. Are you in?
All right, it comes down to this hole 18, par 3, 261 feet. A couple of different gaps to choose off the tee here. This main giant tree that we just flew by kind of delineates right or left. You need to beat it though. Then you have a couple of secondary guardians here in the middle of the fairway. Once you get past those, you're relatively in the clear. Should be able to get up and down for par at worst. That's all Liberty needs to do is just focus on playing clean golf on this tee. Get up and down, secure your win, become a major winner.
Yeah, that's right. Liberty should really just be trying to get the par at all costs on this one. Just throw 2 simple shots and take it home.
Atlanta Krueger for Emporia State. Clips the second set of guardians there. Emporia State quietly putting together a nice round too. Everybody's
Yeah, let's not
6
discount
down.
how anybody's played today. You know, if this was a one-day tournament, we'd have a 3-way tie.
Absolutely.
We'd be going to a playoff almost.
Getting through. Nice little friendly tree kick at the end there.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that spot. Yeah, speaking on everybody being 6 down, I think the singles scores tie into your team scores. It would be interesting to see if maybe we could get away with the single scores being tied in, and that way you're not relying on more one person than the other.
Yeah. Ooh, that's so good.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
That's how you.
Suspect on the way. A little long pin there. Hoping, yeah, she said it was in her head. It's funny how much, whenever something like that gets in your head, you immediately just throw right at it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, almost dumping it in.
It seems like you either throw right at it or do everything in your power to avoid it.
Yeah.
Smart. Now it's officially settled in if you're laying up for the win.
Long look here for Emporia. Yes. Great finish to the tournament for Emporia State. Big time par putt with the pure.
Yeah, 6 down. Would have been pretty easy to roll over on this one, but they kept battling the whole round and put together something really solid.
Nice putt there. Clemson going to finish with the birdie, bringing them to 10 under total.
And 7 down for the round.
Sarah Nicholson in the background, throw pink. What a tournament for Liberty University.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Collegiate National Champions in the D1 Women's Team Division, representing Liberty University, Julia Dimartino and Maggie Presley.
You're fitting that in the trunk of your car.
You should have posed on either side of the basket really quick. Yeah, perfect, just like that, right here.
Is this good here?
No.
So ladies,
All right, we are here with your 2024 National Champions in Liberty. What's going through your mind right now?
I couldn't be more grateful for a guy that loves me and saved my life, and a partner that I can trust and play amazing disc golf with.
Maggie, anything to add? What does this mean right now?
It was a crazy round, nail biter, but happy that we stuck through it together.
Y'all finished third a year ago.
Yeah.
So close. How big of an impact did that have coming into this year?
Yeah, I think last year there were no expectations, so coming in, we knew we could do it, and at the end of the day, it was just being consistent, focusing, staying strong through the whole thing, not letting strokes get in our head. That was the biggest thing, I'd say.
Maggie, there's a record field of women's teams this year. What does that mean to look around and see so many competitors?
Yeah, it was amazing to see all these women out here competing. I think the sport is definitely going to grow throughout the years, and it's just encouraging to see other women out here playing disc golf. But hopefully we can keep growing the field.
All right, Liberty has a lot of history at this event. What does it mean to bring this title back to your school?
Yeah, this one feels really good. And I'm excited to see what our men do in the D3 division as well. So this is a good year for Liberty University, for sure.
All right, your 2024 National Champions, Liberty.
Great
play.
good job, ladies.
Congratulations, Liberty University taking home the major victory here at the 2024 Collegiate National Championships.
Yeah, they've certainly become a benchmark in college disc golf on the men's and women's side of things.
Here we see your final results. Congratulations, Clemson coming in second, Emporia State in third. And have to shout out NC State shooting a fire 12 down. Morgan Badinsky and Genesis Beck tearing this course apart. Appreciate you guys checking out all the action throughout the week. Make sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.